psychotic brain going, he's going to die before you get him down the aisle. Right, okay. I was undiagnosed at this time as well, so perfectly normal, perfectly reasonable. So anyway, where am I? So yes, the day after our wedding, psychotic brain went, well done, Carrie, you've done it. Mission accomplished. He's not dead. And then then the psychotic brain just went poof and just sailed off into the ether, not to be seen again for another couple of years. And then rational brain kicked in and went, ha 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 ha, you fucktard. He's got a head like a turtle. So oh, you're so beautiful. So the stripes come in handy. No. Like when you see a turtle's head, that it's like round and wrinkly. Not round, it's like real. Anyway. Yeah. I'll tell you what, we'll talk about it afterwards, okay? If you really want to know. So anyway, the elephant in the room was, and by the elephant in the room, I mean the room between my two ears, because clearly I make crap decisions, is, do I divorce him? Or do I wait until death parts us? Because both can be achieved within 6 months. Anyway, so this is where I'm going to do my song now. I did not write this song. Right, I'm going to do it a cappella because, come here, hello. Oh my God, I'm just so put off. I think it's myself who put myself off. ADHD brain. That's for next month. Okay, so this song is called To Keep My Love Alive, and it goes a bit like this. I've been married, and often I've sighed. I'm never the bridesmaid, I'm always the bride. I never divorced them, I hadn't the heart. Yet remember these sweet words, till death do us part. I married many men, a ton of them, and yet I was untrue to none of them, because I bumped off every one of them to keep my love alive. Sir Paul was frail, he looked a wreck to me. At night he was a horse's neck to me. So I performed an appendectomy to keep my love alive. Sir Thomas had insomnia, he couldn't sleep at night. I bought a little arsenic, he's sleeping now all right. Sir Philip played the harp, I cursed the thing. I crowned him with his harp to burst the thing. And now he plays where harps are just the thing to keep my love alive. Sir Francis was a singing bird, a nightingale, that's why I tossed him off the balcony to see if he could fly. Sir Atherstone indulged in fratricide. He killed his dad, and that was patricide. One night I stabbed him by my mattress side to keep my love alive, to keep my love alive. There you are. Thank you very much. I am going to do a shameless plug now. If you enjoyed all of that and want to see me do it like without going bleh and singing with a piano and everything, then I'm here on the 8th of October. Yay! So, yeah, shameless plug. Thank you very much, everybody. Oh, have I not taken my condom off? Sorry, boys. Please remove one's condom. What do I do with it now? Keep a hold of it. Keep it for safekeeping. Yes. If you who'd like to come up for a second time? Oh, Jesus. We have a guide. We have a guide if you have problems getting them on.
No, I'm just making a really poor taste.
I thought you were going to say something else then. Anyway, moving on, because I had an instant when I held a device and somebody said flaps and I immediately panicked. We're not doing that again. I panicked about the flaps. I don't want to see flaps. Okay. They said, be mindful of my flaps. I'm like, oh, Jesus. Okay, so I'm going to call out a name. I'm not sure who you are. I don't think I've ever met you before. So please don't panic when I say your name. Casey? Oh, hi. Just in time, I was just calling out your name. Hello. Is one of you called Casey? Hi. You've just arrived just in time. Okay. Would you like? You've just got in the door, so it's fine. Would you like to sit down and catch your breath? Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. So the next name I have on the list is Anne. Is there an Anne in the house? Is there an Anne in the house? Okay, no, there is no Anne in the house. That means... Hi. Yeah? Yeah? Cool. Right, everybody give a massive round of applause to Callum. So yeah, just so you know, I don't give you warning. If you're about to perform, I just look at you. So you're kind of lucky that you got a bit of, yeah. What, I was about to say what flavour. What colour? What colour condom for your microphone would you like? Orange flavour. Citrusy. Go with your shirt. You were wearing that last time.
No way.
Yeah, you were.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
You were wearing that last time, and that was a year ago that I was here.
Oh, that's really
I hope you washed it.
Probably not. Didn't even know I'd had it that long. Oh, fuck.
Open it and then that's it, yeah. Please, everybody give a massive round of applause to Callum.
You know what? That'll do. That's enough coverage. That's enough coverage to prevent against most infectious diseases. So, the first poem I'll do is from my book. It's also the title poem of my book. It's called Boys Will Be Boys. Boys will be boys, my mother always said when my brother fell and hit his head, but wiped away the tear from his eye, because boys will be boys and boys don't cry. Boys will be boys and they'll get back up, back to their feet and brush off the dust from their black and white shirts, for they never wear pink, and boys do not cry, no, instead they drink. Crying's for pussies, the mark of the girl. No, boys keep it tight and they never unfurl. There's no room in this world for a boy who's a girl, because boys will be boys, it's clear to see, and you'd better not be in touch at all with femininity. We stamp that out as soon as we can, because boys should be boys, not a woman. But boys will be boys, and they will get on when the night is cold and the day is long. So put away your tissues. No, don't get it wrong. No, boys don't cry because they are strong. Boys will be boys, and they'd better not talk, because talking's weak and boys are not. So when we fall, instead we drink. No, boys don't cry because men don't think. And men don't think because men aren't real, and men aren't real because men can't feel. Because boys will be boys, and they'll play outside, and they'll shave their beards, and they will not cry, and they'll drink their beers, and they'll fuck their wives, because they're the guy with his feet on the ground and his head in the sky, because he's the man and he never cries. And men don't cry. No, instead we die quietly and nobly by suicide. We take our lives and make no noise, because boys don't cry, because boys must be boys. This one's a little bit less intense. It's called There's a Clock on the Wall, and I wrote it because there was a clock on a wall. Can I remove this, or do I have to sick? whoa, we're free balling it. Oh, there's a clock on the wall of the room I'm in tonight, constantly ticking and ticking and ticking every second, as clocks do. And with each tick, it makes its way back into my head. Don't think about the ticking, ignore the ticking. Forget there was ever a clock on the wall of the room that I'm in tonight, constantly ticking. But I can't. With each tick, I'm reminded of the last. Turns page. So I make noise to drown out the ticking of the clock on the wall of the room I'm in tonight, but the ticking still remains in the center of it all, louder than the rustling of bed sheets or the slow rhythmic rise and fall of my chest. The ticking never stops. Because I'll never get up, I'll never take the batteries out, I'll never put the clock in another room. There will forever be a clock on the wall of the room I'm in tonight, constantly ticking and ticking, ticking and ticking, ticking and ticking and ticking. Fucking Christ, it's still ticking, man. But I've done it now. I did get up, I did put the clock in another room, and now it's gone. The ticking and the ticking and the ticking is in another room, one without me. And it has left a space, left its mark, left its ticking, etched forever in my brain and louder now in the silence of it all. There is no clock on the wall of the room I'm in tonight, just the hanger that held it and allowed it to tick. Another one about an inanimate object, this one, a swimming pool. It's called Swimming Pool. Swimming pool, swimming pool, oh, take me to the swimming pool with no lifeguard or bombing rule. Oh, take me to that swimming pool. Swim with me, oh, splash me in that saltless sea. It's mostly pee, so it's not clean, but the owner can't really afford chlorine. Swim around, oh, take me where the fun is found. The wave machine that's underground is out of bounds since Stephen drowned. Swimming session. Oh, you needn't have had swimming lessons. Who is Stephen? Don't ask questions, I swear it's just an urban legend. Swimming day, oh, take me to that swimming place. The door is shut, they lock the gate. Police want to investigate. Swimming pool, oh, they closed down the swimming pool. We had assembly at our school, and they said the owner of the pool, a man they said was awfully cruel, had been threatened now with legal action for health and safety procedures that were frankly not quite up to satisfaction. Swimming pool, oh, how I'll miss the swimming pool. Though Stephen now is but a ghoul, at least we got the day off school. And if I made two slightly shorter ones that are a little bit less about death and more about cocktails. Has anyone ever drunk an Arnold Palmer? Don't. It's not really that great, but Arizona iced tea make one. That's the only one I'll advise you drink. But this one is about having a cocktail named after yourself. It's called Arnold Palmer. I hope my legacy is not my work, my writings, or my words. No, instead, immortalize my intoxication in a cocktail, a concoction that can carry my name into the shaken, not stirred hall of shame, alongside your Joan Collins, your Shirley Temple, your Bloody Mary, your Callum Holgate. Then again, no one really wants to order a whole bottle of red wine, 3 shots of house rum, a chaser of mistakes, and 20 milligrams of fluoxetine, except me. Even then, I probably wouldn't order it. I don't really like to say my own name. Thankfully, that one is now out of date. I'm in a better place. I'm taking 40 milligrams of fluoxetine now. And then one last one. It's a lot happier now. This one is about how much I love baguette, which is easily the best type of bread. If you believe any other bread is better than baguette, then get out. I want that baguette-y love, that soft, warm feeling that you get with love, like the baguette you loved, with insides purer than the whitest dove, that don't forget me love, yes, that baguette-y love, that cling to me like wet spaghetti love, not that al dente love, that caliente love, that bake me and butter me gently love, that grow old and retire to a manor in the country love, where at the country club we break that baguette you love with the tiger crust, with the cracks on top that look like rust, that French Parisian stick that must contain our love, that petit pain, my love. Can I be your baguette love, your wet spaghetti love, your soft croquette love, that warm and toasty love, that fluffy roasty love, that melty inside of a cheese toasty love, that crack me open, fold me into omelette love, served with bruschetta love, that douse me in vinaigrette love. So if you're ready, love, let's get bready love to bake a batch of that hot baguette love. Cheers.
Wow.
said it, not me. Oh, please, everybody give a massive round of applause to Callum. That was awesome. You should do a bit of a self-plug, because you've got a book.
Oh yeah, it's on Amazon.
There is your shameless plug, everyone.
Don't support Amazon, fuck 'em.
Do you have any copies on you?
Not on me, unless anyone wants this one.
There you go. If you want to.
It's not in the book. I'm so sorry. It'll be in the next one.
You've let them down, Callum. Yeah. Amazing. Thank you so much. That was awesome. Right. Spaghetti love. It's just playing in my head, replaying in my head. Right. You ready? Yeah. Cool. This is Casey. He wandered in the door. Yeah. Please, everybody, give a massive round of applause. What colour condom?
Black?
The black one. Cool. It's just his COVID precaution.
Okay.
Slide it. Stretch it. Fling it. That's it.
There you go. Cool. This close? Yeah. Okay, cool. Hi, everybody. So the first poem I'm going to read is called Hot Sauce. The knife in my hand glints, bring cup, crescent body mottled by dried flecks of fairy liquid, silver paled in its curve like the moon's anemic fish belly. This Tabasco bottle is a monolith bare of blood. I loiter over its opening, over sauce congealed in a maroon ring, around the bottle's blurred neck. Clots fluctuate in colour where the fridge's draining peroxide light strikes, a choker of tiger's eye. Aunt May's face beam downs her pride. Go on, go on. The butter knife is a guide, navigating vertically through this glass carcass like a humpback whale steers the sea's upset bows, its blues and blacks, striking sauce between flayed breaths. Something in this hour turns me greedy. I think it is the heat, how it rages down the throat, sears off taste buds with its tsunami of mustard seed and chili, crucifying me in my mother's blood. Thank you. So the next poem I'm going to read is called Sting, and it's a love poem. Your mouth slips out a sound, sound of the world dying and reborn again, an utterance of expanding space, time, sound flinging out of your warm, fleshy mouth, out from your pink oyster mushroom lips, and for a second, with your back burning white in the afternoon sun, you become an Arctic fox rolled over a damp, mossy log. Your poor hands dressed in skin stretch along my many grooves like a spill, round red knuckles flushing pale at the grip. The unfathomable patience we commit to prolong this shared annihilation, to remain inside the brink. I will take my time with you, trace your temples, your chest, every palm crease, the constellation formed inside your spine's bow, the cool flint of your ankles. Through an open window, in the sun's fullness, a wasp sneaks in, dusting shadows over your nose bridge while our bed sheets knot themselves up. Here I can hear your animal heart. Bang, bang, boom. This one is called Self-Care. I leave the hot tap running until it's almost scalding and pour in a dash of honeyed milk, 2 fistfuls of rose petals, a dried sprig of lavender, And my new bath bomb with the lion's face on that loops the water's surface until it won't go anymore. Shakes out its mane over purling waves, dissolves, evolves into orange sea foam. Lowering in, I notice my fleshy parts transforming under audacious heat, pink and slick like wild salmon. A hot spring forms in my navel, cloudy rosaries tacked to my nipples, microscopic freshwater pearls. Here I can fasten a nightingale's hymn into a poem, defy fears that have opened like night blooms, closing only when daylight breaks in. I think of him, and my insides groove like a lava lamp. Limb by limb, the world pulls itself together again. No more, no more shall I speak of my geographies. And this is the last one from me, and it's called 5 a.m. Litter clings to your ankles like Marley's shackles. From my window, I turn to standing stone, solidifying the image like a painter or a thief. I watch you step off into blackness, study your hands gloved, fluorescent, busying the wheel, feeling along its scuffed teeth and pausing, where the fingers know what they know, used to probing the skins of peaches. Inside the dark which dares to call itself morning, I catch your almond head, asphyxiated by its surgeon's mask. Then off you go, helmeted, camouflaged, except for the red light blinking off, on, off, on, off, on, throbbing out the depths like plasma, and the cup of your clear face gone soon after, swallowed up by the street's unlatched jaw. I hope you are warm. My dressing gown still wears your shape. From our bed, as I fold in on myself, outside glints saffron yellow, lit by electrical sentries. Thank you.
Please remove your condom.
I don't have much practice with these. Where shall I put it? Keep a hold of it. Okay. Have a second round.
Please, everybody, give a massive round of applause to Casey. Wow. Wow. Never heard your words before. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. I hope we can hear more.
In general, shameless plug, but my debut collection with Blood Act will be published next year.
There you go. There you go. Something to look forward to. That's cool. That's really, really cool. Right. Right. Well, who should I get on? Decisions. Decisions. My cat, my own cat would have a field day with that. Do we have an Andrew in the room? Hello. Hello. Fresh face. Hello. Would you like to perform? Okay, everybody give a massive round of applause to Andrew. Now you have two colour options for your microphone condom. You've got a sun-kissed grey or a black.
I'll go sun-kissed grey.
Cool.
Sounds vaguely tropical.
You can tell I'm an artist.
Okay. Okay.
I can say whatever I want. Please, everybody give a massive round of applause to Andrew.
My name is Andrew, which in Greek apparently means strong and manly. Clearly my parents wanted to set the bar high with beautifully realistic expectations that, as you can see, I have most definitely met. I mean, look at me. Most people's first reaction to this is, oh my God, look at him. What about those abs? What a strong and manly man. Oh, he's just to die for. Sorry, I think what you mean to say is he looks like he is dying with that pale skin and furious hair. Dying or ferociously on fire, one of the two. I mean, imagine me actually wandering around somewhere like hot, humid Greece. Skechers shoes, khaki shorts, sunglasses, straw hat that makes me look just like my father, Factor 50 plus sun cream all over my face, my legs, my knees, my neck, that hasn't quite been rubbed in properly, so you can still see spots splattered everywhere. Do you think that really screams local in Greece or pasty orange traffic light? Me, strong and manly, funny. But if I hung around long enough, though, I'd probably become known as their Trillos tomato boy. That's got to be more accurate, right? My name is Andrew, which in Greek means crazy tomato boy. Thank you. I always think about introducing myself, but now that I've written that, there's kind of no point, because it's the best introduction you're going to get. I've travelled over here from yonder Isle of Wight tonight. So cost me £20 just for 3 hours, but you know, it's lovely. It is totally worth it. It's lovely. I've heard a lot about the art house. I think you know King Stammers. Yeah. So he's said a lot about you guys and said you're amazing. So that's part of why I'm here, because I wanted a lovely new space to come and see new fresh faces that have not seen me before, because it's always helpful. My next piece is called A Letter to the Future. Dear P. Arts, when I was a child, I didn't know you. And I don't mean to say you were a kid in my class that I saw every day but didn't talk to. I mean, I really didn't know you. Like, I didn't even know you existed. But now, we are inseparable, you and I. I can't even begin to thank you enough for all the light you've shown me over the years, all the times you helped me believe in myself and gave me somewhere I belonged. And yes, that somewhere was with all the other messed up misfits who needed you just as much as I did, but that didn't stop you devoting some of your time to me. I can only hope I've shown you the same courtesy. You taught me to accept myself and, most of the time, to love myself. Things I never even thought were possible when I was young. And now, here I am in 2022, trying my damn hardest to honor you the only way I know how, by teaching those who need you now more than ever to love themselves, just like I did all those years ago. Day by day, I don't know if I'm good enough. I don't know if anyone fully understands how much you'll change their lives, but I've got to try, right? Because I don't know if you'll survive the madness this world is putting you through. I hope with both my hearts that you do. Because honestly, I don't know what we'll do without you. This place we call home and these people, they don't understand your value, P. Arts. They don't understand you like I do. They don't understand how much they need you, how much we all need you. Despite each and every one of them consuming you every day of their lives, they still think that you're not worth it, that you're not important, that you're not necessary. They mock us, you and me. They mock you for having the audacity to think you're anything but a fun little hobby, and they mock me for believing you are so much more than that. They are blind to what you truly are. Blind to what you do for them every single day. Music, games, streaming services, books, photographs. Who do they think makes all that we so callously consume? Why is teaching your priceless techniques deemed so unimportant when they use and consume you everywhere? Sales assistants are actors. Politicians are actors. Business tycoons are actors. Teachers are actors. They are using and abusing everything you ever gave them, and then, when you need them most, when you need them to give you something in return to help save your life, they are nowhere to be seen except to dismiss and demean your value. So I ask you, P. Arts, please write back to me if you can. Please tell me that you're safe. Tell me you made it through this crisis, because only then will I know if there is salvation on the other side of this insanity. Only then will I be able to sleep easy. Please, don't let them kill you. We all need you. Even if they don't understand it now, they will one day. They have to. Because only when they do can we begin to heal. I love you, P. Arts. Thank you for all you've ever done for me. Sincerely, a lost ginger misfit who's never quite grown up. P.S. That's your fault, by the way. Thank you. I'll take the tone up a bit for this. This piece is called My First Time. It was written during the first, actually, I think, dreaded lockdown, when everyone was going, I'm going to change myself. I'm going to become a new version of me. My new version of me was trying to write something funny, because I had never had a funny piece. I'm not a funny person, naturally. I have to do it accidentally. And in trying my hardest to be funny, I ended up writing something about you trying to be funny when you're not really. So that's what this is. I don't think I need this, but it's all our comfort blanket, isn't it? Let me tell you a story of a struggle, a strenuous struggle that's played on my mind for some time, a strenuous struggle that will stay with me for life. For this is a story all about how my lyrical flow flip turned upside down. So furrow your brow and listen out hard, and I'll tell you my dream of becoming a bard. Recently, I became obsessed with being the best jest of comedy sets. I dreamed I could dress the mess of my lyrical absence by assessing the stress of euphoric nonsense. Yeah, I have no idea what that means either. The more I try to impress with lies, the closer I come to poetic demise. The further I fall, the harder I'll dive. The deeper I dig, the faster I'll slide. To survive as a comic genius, you have to joke like you truly mean it. Strut your stuff across that stage. Play the game, but don't be fake, 'cause timing is the code of the comedy show. Get that right and you might glow. Make sure that your story flows, because even silliness can be planned. And now, back by popular demand, the Wordsy Smith is here, that's me, back to try some comedy. Now, firstly, I've got to break the ice with a joke like, I don't know, my life. Self-deprecate to alleviate, exaggerate and accommodate, because that's what creates the comedy that feels so empty without me. Oh, riffing on a rapper's legacy will surely get me the praise I need. So watch me take the world by storm as I light your lives with brains and brawn. Yeah, Andrew means strong and manly. Look, that might have been a lie. I took a dive and tried to fly. Anyway, you're the ones funding my heavy addiction by listening to this nonsensical fiction, so cheer and clap, go wild for me. You can do that if you want to. I love it when that works. It's really awkward when it doesn't. As I try out some more comedy. Here I stand and here I'll stay, spouting jokes till the end of the day, because this stage drug, it is my life. Spit in strife behind that mic. I can't give up, it's all I've got. My confidence, it can't be knocked. That is until I try to write some comedy, and you'll just likely think it's safer without me. My lyrical flow has always been broke when I tried to interject a joke, so I just tend to stay away from comedy. Yeah, it is likely safer without me. Thank you. There we go. I even remembered the condom. Look at that.
Please, everybody, give a massive round of applause to Andrew. Right, before I get our next guest on stage, I just need to do a shout out. Is anybody willing to share their condoms with anybody this evening? Yeah? If so, please place them here, because this is the last one, because this will be for our performer. So I can spritz them, and then they'll be disinfected. We like to be safe here. But I would like to bring next on the stage. Oh, thank you. Yeah, please. Yeah, just bring them. Bring them now. It's fine, like an offering. Cool. Cheers. Thanks. Cool. We've got 2 for the offering. Thank you very much. Right. I'd like to bring on next on the stage Paul. He's currently on a break. This is your microphone. Condom. He's currently on a break. How long have we got you for?
For as long as it takes me to read this.
All right, cool.
Oh, yeah, that's it, yeah. Stretch and push, that was it, wasn't it? Yeah, that'll do. Good evening. Right, so I thought I would say like 3 different feels. This one's just kind of self-explanatory, so have a listen. It's called One Wrong Turn. I was once a chattel slave, my master's grace to crave, white and brown and chemical clear, one drive to mind and imprint sear, I plunged my life year upon year. Virgin party became haggard whore, all I wanted was more and more, over all and even life, in wedded hell with my wife. In tower high and staircase wind, climbing Penrose step to find that elusive goal and only this, that eternal, final chemical bliss. And on the way, collateral damage of people, family, things in carnage, I really didn't care at all. You think you're flying, but you're in free fall. In the end, I was alone, insane, ranting in hovel home. I'm a lifer, I used to say. Leave me here, be on your way. But through persistent, gentle pushing, I was convinced to change, to try. I agreed, but in my eye was another scam for me to get high. And so I found myself in rehab. Through manipulation, the gullible bought, or so I thought. But I did not know what lay ahead as I got out of the cab. The insane monster living in me, maybe sensing danger, did claw and grab. And I was at my most insane, internal war to rend asunder, a fight for life too close to call. I hit my head off every wall. The beast in me was really tough, as some new thing in me did grow. It raged and stomped inside my head and sucker punched with fisticuff. By now, I had had enough. I didn't know what to do or say. In abject desperation knelt, in heartfelt call to heaven pray. Just God help me. As I awoke, still battered and broke, from bed I alighted and vision imparted. Landing and bathroom and stairs fell away. Reality replaced. I stopped, stood, and stayed. All I could see was a boxing ring with 2 fighters, one clearly king. The monster, the beast, huge slavering and raging, massive fists and saber teeth. In the other corner, a little me, newly formed, a sprouted sapling. Not a chance, I still stood fast, knowing I would get a battering. But as I watched this surreal scene, as clear as I see you before me, a voice did float into the picture, soft and rich and warm, inviting. Turn around and leave the ring. Just get out. Avoid the sting. I realized the truth I heard, and at that moment I chose my side. I became the little sapling and turned my back on raging might. As I stepped from the ring, my parting words were, rage on, I'm gone. And as my foot touched the ground, the vision faded, and I found myself exactly where I stood. But something had changed, something good. A peace unknown, a calmness new. No more raging insanity to rend asunder pain, confusion, a new creation made in wonder. From that moment I walked out in newness, purpose, without a doubt. No more master did I crave, addiction consigned to the grave. So just to switch things up a little bit, this is a short love poem. It's called Surrounded by You. Surrounded in sunlight sea, having you surround around me, meadow grass in summer zest, the feel of your breath upon my chest. Noises from the window creep, blending with the nighttime seep, and time with you is now forever, as senses blind to minutes keep. And we as one, fused in love, fire breathes blue sky above, life alive in quieted prayer, in me, through me, everywhere. So I've just had my second book approved for publication. Yeah. It's a children's book. Yeah, always good that. So I thought I'd read it. Why not? It's called, I hope you're all in the mood for a children's book. Yeah, why not? So it's called Dennis and Hattie Become Best Friends. You gotta love a kid's book, eh? Dennis was sleeping in her bed, all curled up, resting her head. In the distance, she heard a commotion. Her ears twitch as had the notion that it probably wasn't worth the motion. So she stretched her paws and yawned a yawn and curled back up to sleep till morn. But all of a sudden, things got real. A bounding, panting, nuzzling feel. Wake up, Hattie said. Get up out of your sleepy bed. Come on, I want to play, to run and spin and chase all day. Dennis opened a sleepy eye. Cool as a cucumber, she started to pry. Who are you, she said at once. Your big wet nose and bouncy bounce. I'm Hattie and I've come to stay. Let's play chase, it's my favorite game. Dennis looked at her long brown body, her floppy ears, her big long nosy. What kind of doggy are you, she said. I'm a sausage dog, born and bred. How can you run on those tiny legs? Just you watch me, Hattie said. Dennis, being a little kitten, was excited at the thought of jumping and twisting. She jumped from her bed right towards Hattie, who bounced and barked because she was happy. And they ran and chased and skidded and slid, jumping and bouncing as they did. That was fun, I could do it all day, said Hattie as they sat and stayed. Dennis licked her paws and washed her face. Just good manners after running a race. Yes, it was, said Dennis, excited. Her bright blue eyes flashed, delighted. Would you like to come exploring with me? Said Dennis as she scratched her ear. She suddenly pounced on a spot of light that beamed on the floor just to her right. I swear I'll catch it one day, she said, but it's very tricky. She scratched her head. What's your name? Said Hattie girl. My name is Dennis, and who are you? My name is Hattie. Nice to meet you. Dennis swiped at some dust. To meet you too. Let's explore. You'll be amazed. Through that little door, you must gaze. They went out into the back garden. Hattie sniffed and looked, and then, I beg your pardon, she bumped into a greenstone frog. It was sitting on a brownstone log. Hello, said Hattie. Who are you? Dennis came over. It doesn't move. I don't understand, Hattie said. Neither do I, as Dennis led them to a garden pond. This is the bit that I am most fond. They sat and watched the water ripple, the gentle sound like a loving tickle. Then a voice floated over. Dennis, Hattie, come in for dinner. Their ears pricked up and they bounded in. Their dinner's made from a giant tin. As they ate, they smiled at each other. New best friends forever and ever. I've got to go back to work now. Thank you all very, very much.
I've got to sort out his condom.
Not in the eyes. Okay. More spritz in. Okay, cool. So we have more. It's okay. More colours. More microphone condom selection. Because I also don't mind sharing mine. So I'm not going to use a microphone just now because I'm sharing my condom. So I'm going to stand just towards the back here. Please, everybody, give a massive round of applause to Paul, who's no longer here. Kids book? Wasn't that cute? That was so fucking cute. That was so fucking cute. That was really cute. Right.
I would like to next introduce onto the stage is Roger. That's you, yes. Yes? You! Roger, you! Now, what coloured condom would you like? No? Shall I choose for you? Okay, that's cool. Now, would you like a chair to sit on, or are you happy standing? Have we got jack leaves and everything? Perfection. Pretend there's elevator music.
Good evening. Go up a bit. Little bit more. That's great. How you doing then? All right. I haven't played this for ages, and I used to have it upstairs, right? It's much better, like it's stage and stuff, isn't it? You know? Yeah, I'm gonna play some songs I've written, okay? If that's all right. All right. Cheers, Bick, all right? Yeah. I wonder if you know how precious that you are. I wonder if you know that I understand how hard life is for a gentle heart like yours. I wonder if you know. I wonder if you know how people care for you. I wonder if you know how good it feels to see you and how you miss when you're gone. I wonder if you know. I wonder, I wonder, I wonder if you know. They're all quite new, but this is really new. I played a couple of times this week at Suburbia, played that, and Rock Sound. I can get it right. I ain't got it right yet, but nearly. I might get it right. Never know. Take a trip down memory lane. Do you still believe in what you believed way back then? Do you still feel the same? Or were your hopes and dreams washed away when the tide came in? Beneath the waves, beneath the waves, I've seen so many sink beneath the waves. Beneath the waves, beneath the waves, I almost slid beneath the waves. Riding on the wild surf, well, I never saw no danger there. I just felt so free. Then I saw loved ones getting hurt, made me think about it all a little differently. Beneath the waves, way beneath the waves, I've seen so many sink beneath the waves. Beneath the waves, beneath the waves, I almost sunk beneath the waves. Beneath the waves. I always felt I'm standing in a place a little different to most of them out there. I'm seeing colours so acute, way much brighter than a psychedelic fair. Just the other day again, it happened to me. I saw 4 horses when they only saw 3. I saw 4 horses and everybody else saw 3. And you know, that's a lonely place to be. nobody else saw three. I saw four horses and they only saw three. I saw four horses and they only saw three. Thank you very much for having me. Too. Thank you so much. Thanks for having me. Yeah? Lovely. Cheers, Vic. Great sound, man.
Please, everybody give a massive round of applause. Wow! Wow. V, can I have the spritz? The spritz me. I didn't know I was that filthy. Well. Wow. Wow. How cool was that? That was really cool. Whoa. I'm an echo. Hello. Oh, we've got a bit of music as well. Yeah, we do. We've got some elevator music going on. Have we? Oh. How do I turn that down? Is that on this? Oh, it's gone. Amazing. Beautiful. I'm sorry for the tinnitus. Wow. So we go on to our next performers. So many people here. There are so many names. I'm getting lost. So many names. All right. You look scared. Yeah? You cool? Okay, right. Everyone. Yes. Oh. I'm going to do that in a bit, Bic. I'm in the middle of things. What coloured condom would you like? Is this important information I need to take here? Important. Could I have the green one? No. Orange? Yeah. No, I'm just being difficult. You can have the green one if you want. I'm sorry, I like green so much. No, it's fine. I'm literally just doing a bit. I'm just doing a bit. Please, everybody give a massive round of applause for Jay. I'm fine. It's okay.
Hi, I'm Jay, and I don't know if anybody else in this audience has this problem, but I have guys in my head. Like, a lot of you might call it multiple personalities, but it's not dissociative identity disorder. It's OSDD1B, which is similar but a little different. I'm not going to get into that, but yeah, there's two of us here right now, and we're both going to read a thing. So I normally don't say this kind of thing to a lot of strangers, but facing our fears. And I mean, both of them are about this particular struggle, so it would be kind of rude to not explain. So this one is by Charlize, who will be here in a moment. And it's about all this, really. to be a voice in someone else's head. It's easy to pretend that I have agency, that I can live a full life. It's easy to see the world in whatever shade is wrapped around my eyes, today's bandage of choice. Rose-tinted glasses? Absolutely. It's easy to delude myself into thinking that I matter outside of the mechanism that calls itself our mind. And it's easy to assume I'll someday make a difference. But I don't walk the easy street. I brute force my way through walls of concrete, selling my soul as respite. My consciousness is bruised, battered, and dripping blood from the knuckles and nose. Blow my brains out with a bullet, make a new identity from the scar tissue congealing into a tumor on the other side of the skull. I've always been a hard kind of girl, hopscotch among landmines, snuff film selfies. Some guy had a fetish for me, so I burn his house down. That's how I see it anyway. So when I say that it's fucking hard to be myself, I mean it. Maybe the world won't see me as more than a fraction of a person, or maybe I'm just too broken to salvage more than a single passionate piece. What use am I splintering into a life that isn't mine? I feel like a goddamn parasite, spitting dead trouble into these veins like a virus. If I could hack this body into bits, I'd do it. I'd be an arm lighting the fuse of a bomb that must never go off. I don't want to be a voice in someone else's head. I want to sing proud and clear with vocal cords in their natural register. My host, Jay, speaks in lower tones than me, and it makes me sound like a caricature of myself. I want to scream with all the rage and power left in this shard that is my essence. I want to scream. And I pray that as we carry my fury in our voice, I feel at least a fraction of the pain. Thank you. This one is by Jay. It's about his transition into becoming himself as opposed to the previous person. I once was given a heart by a dying man. Nacre grew on it like mildew, a shining shell for love's tenderest pearls. The many grains of sand that escaped his broken hourglass adorned anew. Fluttering baby's breath, balm-sweet lashes and promises. He told me to take it, protect it, and make it mine. He wouldn't take no for an answer. He would never take no for an answer. So when he rended it from his chest, he stayed alive long enough to graft it into me. Surgeon, poet, priest, Lord God and visionary, he died with his fingers tugging the stitches on my breast neatly together. I was made in his image, of course. A clone or doll, built to preserve and inherit his legacy, built strong enough to carry on. At first, I wrapped myself in his livid viscera to try and feel human, but when that didn't work, I tore down his temple tomb and let him burn bright and sharp for the very last time. I felt so much grief then, watching the funeral pyre. Seafoam tears stained my cheeks green. Only after the sunset scarred my pupils into snake slits did I wake again, still very much alive. The pangs in my chest felt like thick leeches making my body their home. I didn't know how to live outside of emulating him. When that failed, I tore down the false halos I had amassed in the process. Only by burning those pretend vestiges of him could I be myself, the rightful heir of the heart bequeathed to me. Steeped in ash, I scrubbed up my skin until the particles turned to pearls. It was hard work. As I persevered, dust and dusk fell to my feet, and to my surprise, a forest of sunshine grew where I stood. Myself was no longer a burden to the branches of those trees, and every bud celebrated how far I had come by flowering. And that was when I knew, should I pry the heart out from my chest and peer inside the nacre shell and its bubonic growths, all I would find inside would be love, serene in its opalescence. It didn't matter what form it took, how many hardships it required. I knew that I wanted to live as the identity that surpassed the gift. Watch me now. You are dead and I am alive. I don't care where my heart came from. I don't care that I was once your clone. So watch me now, my God, I will succeed you. Thank you so much. This was really nerve-wracking. Also, I need to pee. Okay, Here's your thing.
Please give everybody a massive Well done for being brave. That's okay. That was awesome. Okay. Wow. Tonight's been amazing. It really has, hasn't it? It's been really cool. So, to kind of finish the first half, I'd like to introduce the person who has basically served you cakes and drinks and taken your money this evening. Oh, there's a husky. Oh my fucking god. Of course. The husky has stolen the show. Everyone's just like, dog? Animal therapy, anyone? Help yourself. V. Yes? Yes? Okay. V. They have been making your drinks, serving you cakes. Please give a massive round of applause to V. You can also thank them. That's fine. No, don't throw. I thought you were going to throw it at me. You ready? No. Actually, if you could throw it and like aim it on and then it's like magically slid on, what skills would they be?
If I could manage that, honestly, I'd be having a career in sports. But no, instead I'm an artist. It only gets worse. Normally, it's any time Holly gets up on stage, it gets infinitely worse. But to be fair, we also goad you. in a positive way. Right. Kind of like RKP. If you enjoy happy words, not the one for you. I've also been writing about a lot of rage. There's I wrote a poem about getting the train back from London, and the carriage was completely empty. And this one man decided to get up and move from where he was sat to directly opposite me and sit there with his phone at his crotch, just like this, you know? Really subtle like. And it made me so angry that I wrote a poem about all of the different men I'd spotted doing weird things whenever I walked by. I get it, I am hot, it's fine. But at least when lesbians hit on me, they control themselves. Okay, this is called I'm Just Walking. I watch him sit, spread his legs, phone at his crotch, eyes on me. I watch him leaning against a piss-stained wall, scratching his ass, eyes on me. I watch him looming, half concealed by a cinder block stack, an architectural protrusion built by his fellow man to hide his eyes on me. I step carefully, purposely, hopping streetlight to streetlight, careful not to walk too fast, to stand too straight, or to sway even slightly. I feel like a charity shop knockoff Barbie doll, half articulated. I have insults, defenses, the most cutting, cruel, off-putting things I could ever say, but they're half articulated. Stiffened by the newsprint on A-frames in the street, stiffened by the psychological studies, stiffened by every other story from every other person I have ever met. I am moldable plastic until he decides what he wants to do to me. That phone will fry your balls, you know. And I'm already wearing shorts under my skirt, so there's nothing here for your second-rate paparazzi shots to capture. I'm carrying a multi-tool with 6 different kinds of knives, and a screwdriver I've heard is perfect for removing eyes. And I'm and I've never done it, I promise, if there's any policemen in the room. I have rehearsed how to open it as fast as I physically can so you can close your jaw, you dribbling idiot. Learn some respect. Frothing at the mouth for a stranger on the street just trying to make it from A to fucking B. Greet me kindly or turn the fuck away. I'm so fed up of these eyes drilling lobotomy holes into my brain. Turn and face me, coward. Square up and see what's coming to you. Peeking out from behind the wall like a child by a mortician's tent, willing yourself to be telepathic so you might look into my mind, see me getting dressed this morning and twist it back on itself as a circus performance for your very own viewing pleasure. The cowardice in cruelty, the insanity of denial, and the cycle continues with every new child. Thank you, I love talking about violence. Okay, I have a really sappy one that's gay, or a really sad one that's gay. Sappy, okay. You haven't narrowed it down at all. I used to run a Tumblr poetry blog, they're all gay. Yeah, you know how everyone's been doing the shameless plugs? That is a very shameful plug. 2014 was a bad time. I thought of something earlier, something incredibly poetic about the sounds from your guitar and how I guess I'm happy you chose me. And then it was drowned out by a running tap, a record playing Elvis between the cracked door frame, the softest grip my waist has ever had, and the strongest pull since the sun met the earth. I suppose I should say this out loud, but my tongue knots itself with nerves. I've never been good with genuine emotion. I'm great at faking love. So this feels so new. The truth's more terrifying than tights or spiders or darkness in my bedroom at the witching hour, and the truth burns like the embers of a cigarette in my stomach, in my flesh. Sometimes when you trace my skin, I feel the burn once again. You kiss my hand and I remember the feeling of a screwdriver picking apart my fingers unrelated to the eyeballs. You touch my cheek and I feel the hot breath of an argument gone stale, rotten. And sometimes when you try to love me, I'm reminded of what I thought love meant, and I realize the weight of this brand new world upon my shoulder blades. I've got one about ghosts. Because it's almost Halloween, because it's past my birthday now, so it's almost Halloween. And then when Halloween's over, it's still almost Halloween. There is no end to it. That's why I look like this. Huh? Thank you. I'm now officially the Taylor Swift age of 22. I would sing it, but you'll thank me for not. So ghosts. Ghosts are among us. That must always be at the forefront of your mind. There are poltergeists at the tips of my fingers, but only when I'm holding glass. How beautiful, among the runoff of smoke and drips of ash, to watch a kaleidoscope explode into life and dribble back to the ground. Am I anything on the ground? I feel my flesh solidify with the slate, brittle layers held together by nothing but pressure. Maybe I'll slip away between the gaps in the skirting, rip my shirt on splinters and lay down in the shadows. Am I anything on the ground? When the birds skim the treetops and the moonlight drapes across the sky, am I anything at all? I'll go back to giving you alcohol now. Please, everybody give a massive round of applause, please. Thank you, V. V's distracted by the dogs, it's fine. Okay. So, I thought I had formulated all the names on the list, but I had not formulated all the names on the list. I would like to introduce next on the stage is Holly, please. Oh, don't look so, unhappy about it. God. What colour do you want? You know the rules.
Lucky dip. You pick.
I don't want to pick. I don't want lucky dip. Yo! I ain't, you lucky dip your microphone condom yourself.
That's it. Yeah. Yeah. You chosen. Cool. Right. Please, everybody, massive round of applause to Holly.
Right. Yeah, you just gonna hold it steady for me. Yeah, nice and secure. I'm not even in yet. You did this to yourself. You know that. Yeah, that's fair. So, yes, hello. I'm Holly. I do poetry, newsletters, classes, workshops, open mics, and all sorts. Originally from Appalachia coming at you, but now like the soulin' and flowin'. And I just came to slide in between better lines, so I hope you think that's fine. Now, I'm a Sagittarius, an archer that'll never miss. Last name Everdeen, first name Katniss. No, I'm just kidding. But I was born on the winter solstice, so some say I'm a Decemberist. Been solo from day one, and like a wayward son, I'll carry on. Cottage punk eclectic hag. Got my whole world in a checked bag. And I'm just drifting, crossing seas, following money and half-baked dreams. A modern-day Frankenstein amalgamation of all that's mine. But it wasn't always this way. Y'all witnessing a brand new day, where I write out of spite and I spit for my right. Survived a bruising game of choose your own abuser. I had two options where I'm always the loser. Would I pick the person I woke up with each morn, or the cruel country in which I was born? Neither was the right choice, so I broke free, found my voice. Time for a new arc to enter, 1 year free, as of November. And that makes me one snake you don't want to step on, spitting like a red dragonborn with a breath weapon, because these bars are fire, and you say that they aren't, you're a liar. If you cross me, I'll make you retire, put your ass on a funeral pyre. But I promise to be kinder than that. So yes, hello, that's a bit about me. So, I don't just do poetry, I do a little bit of fiction writing as well. So, since apparently we have a lot of new faces in here, and I have something of a reputation to live up to. Would you like to hear a short story about Elvis? Yeah, everybody likes Elvis, right? So, so I was laying here thinking, this is how Elvis died. And then I thought, nah, that's stupid. His bathroom was probably all pinks and golds. He liked pink. He had that pink Cadillac, and everyone knew it was his pride and joy. Not that I can blame him, of course. Gold complements pink well, and it's gaudy. Elvis was gaudy in the end. I bet it looked like Versailles in there, decadent and dripping with wealth. This bathroom looks like shit. There's black grime between the cheap, crooked tiles, and I don't know that the toilet's ever been cleaned. Sure as shit don't look it, or smell it. Mildew grows on the shower curtain, since no one ever remembers to take it out of the tub before drawing a bath, to space out in till the water grows icy. I don't do that. It's a good way to catch a cold or pneumonia or something. The faucet in the sink leaks, and the steady drip, drip, drip is comforting. It's enough to make me forget I'm lying on a pillow made of the contents of an upended wastebasket. I knew I should have taken it out weeks ago. Surprisingly, it doesn't stink that bad in here. It just smells kind of damp and stale. It's sort of dark and dingy too, because the light bulb blew out and no one can remember to take it out. Okay, so his bathroom was a gilded shit palace, and mine is just shit. Other than that, though, this is how Elvis died. Laid out in his bathroom, staring at the ceiling. No, that's just stupid. What am I thinking? He probably didn't see it coming. Real sudden-like. So he actually died with a sliver of dignity. Sure, it was on the toilet, but they say the last thing you do is shit yourself. It even happens on South Park. If he was on the toilet, then his pants were down and he was just ready to go. No mess, just right where intended, and then he keeled over to be found relatively clean. Imagine if he'd committed suicide and then did that. What foresight. Unrealized genius, clearly. People sure didn't give Elvis enough credit. He wasn't just a knicker-melting voice and gyrating hips. He had a practical objectivism that let him wrestle with the big questions. I wonder if I'm dying. I guess I'm always dying. But what I mean to say is, I wonder if this is it. If I finally pushed myself too far, one hell of a trip too many. That's how Elvis died. One last adventure, then he went to the toilet, prepared to face death with dignity and clean underwear. What a visionary. I wonder if I'll shit myself when I die too. That'd be pretty awesome, actually. I can't remember the last time I had a good, healthy shit. I do remember it is nature's highest comfort, the relief and mercy of angels. Unfortunately, I can't really move, so there's no way I can clamber back up onto the toilet or to get my pants down. Unlike the enlightened rock god and my new role model, Elvis, I will not be meeting my end in a dignified manner. I will die as I lived, wallowing in my own filth. What a bummer. I guess I'll just be the last in a long line of people I've disappointed. I have decided I'm dying. This is it. I'm circling the drain. Have I tied up all my loose ends? Gotten my affairs in order? Yeah, right. I didn't even do the dishes. My entire life is loose ends because I'm coming apart at the seams. Oh my god, I'm actually coming apart at the seams. I think my fingernails just fell off. I can't tell. That's as close as I can figure for seams on a human. We're not like dolls or stuffed animals. They have easily defined seams. Or maybe at my split ends. My hair is shaggy and has a lot of split ends. If a hair splits all the way down to the root, will the skin start to split as well? Peel back from my skull and reveal the rotted, neglecting brain? I hope not. It would be such an embarrassment if anything inside my head escaped. What a nightmare. I know it is for me. Now I can't help but think about all my unfinished business. I bet this is how Elvis died. Damn, no, of course not. My beloved celebrity crush would never have been so careless. He knew what he was doing and had everything as it was meant to be before he settled his debts and climbed atop his porcelain throne to await the end. I need to water my plants if they hadn't died already. Cat needs feeding. No, wait, it ran away weeks ago. It was just so lazy I never noticed that it was actually gone. I should call my mother one last time, tell her that I love her. Let her know that this isn't her fault, that she was a fantastic parent and I was just doomed from the start. None of that's going to get done because I can't move and everything's gone a bit fuzzy. My hearing is muffled and seems to have inverted itself, concentrating on my heartbeat and the slow, shallow breathing. My limbs feel like they're made of concrete. No, they're marble. I'm like an overturned marble statue from a ruined Greek temple. Centuries from now, when my cold white body is discovered by archaeologists, they will marvel at my defined skeletal structure and exquisite features. I bet they'll compare me to Elvis. That is my last thought as everything goes black. I will be like Elvis. Thank you. Thank you. We're going to find a short one now. Did everyone else think about the last time they had a healthy shit, or was that just me? On a totally unrelated note, bathrooms are in the back here, just around the corner, but there's only one, so please form an orderly queue. Yeah. Yeah, go use somebody else's. We don't need that here. So, this is not a poem. There's no form, and the stanzas are broken. Where's the rhyme? Where's the reason? Sadly lacking sultry subliminal season. Why did I do this to myself? This is not a rap. There's no ice storm. No one's busting a cap. Where's the beat? Where's the bars? Futile flows from fronting fake stars. And this is not a story. There's no plot, and the point of view is migratory. Where's the antagonist? Where's the three acts? A cold, cut short excuse for a climax. This is not spoken word. There's no thought. No one likes what they heard. Where's the emotion? Where's the energy? A muddled, meandering mess of a memory. This is not art. There's no color, and it lacks context for a start. Where's the discretion? Where's the depth? A lamentable, lambastable bastard of a breath. And this is not a moment. There's no wonder, and your time's been stolen. Where's the poignancy? Where's the purpose? Oh, woe that we weren't wordless. This is not anything. There's no matter, and reality's slipping. Where's the cosmos? Where's the carbon? down to the days as the stars darken. Thank you very much. It's been real. What?
Take time. Take all the time you need.
Yeah, I'm just edging it out here.
Off the stage. No. No. You can keep your edging microphone condom to yourself. Ew. Please, everybody, give a massive round of applause to Holly. Amazing words, as ever. Amazing. I don't know if I think about Elvis before I die. Right, so the time is time gremlin. So we're going to meet here in the exact time it takes for me to smoke those 2 cigarettes. So I'm going to say about just under 10 minutes because we are overrunning a little bit. So please get yourselves beveraged, fooded, toileted, vaped, smoked, and we'll meet here in 10 minutes, okay? Awesome. Right, see you in a bit.
Hello. Hello, everybody. Are you all beveraged, fed, watered, situated, comfortable? Bye, Andrew. Say goodbye, everyone. Bye. Okay, right. So to kick off the second round, I'm going to do another poem. Now, you've got the option of a graded list of depression. So you kind of got like reasonable emo depression, then you got like extreme emo depression. What are you fancying? Reasonable. Unreasonable. We were going for unreasonable. Everyone's got blank faces. Unreasonable depression, okay. So, back in 2019, my mum died. For anybody who doesn't know, you now know that my mother died. And I wrote a poem about it because that's what you do with feelings that you don't know what to do with. Yeah. Again, walking trigger warning. If you want happy poetry, I'm not your person. Leave. I'll be done in like about 3 pages worth of words. So, got that. So, this is called 12th of April 2019, or in brackets, kin once removed. These broken clocks are like pathetic fallacies. A construct that in essence is useless. Potent signifiers of something not quite there, but present. Only if you look for it. A meta for you and me. Where is the protection from what you could have prevented in your last dying? Who are you to preserve that festering regret? Because my mother wouldn't let me say goodbye. Due to decimal distances judged unworthy for her death, each breath was a pained effort to stop fingers and lips staining blue. I wanted you to know how I felt each cough and the confusion that followed you around like a fog's haze. Physical, pickled, phlegmatic perspiration, persisting pollutive possessions predictably prepared your friends, doctors and nurses and preferred sons who just couldn't make it in time. Lupus and pneumonia's 90% grip held your lungs around the hours of 4 till 6 p.m., but my call came 8:17. Your passing was a Chinese whisper on the lips of Christians who said you were peaceful, and seeing the vessel you grew in by appointment only, you were like old, cold clothes, worn but still beautiful. That silent, frozen farewell is all I have. I'm so desperate for you. Your eyes are still now forever closed to what could have been. I kissed your forehead. I held your feet. Do you remember the games I used to play with you in the morning? I would sneak in and uncover your toes and feed them plastic chips and peas. You'd sleepily move them to look like mouths sipping on cups of tea. Dad would wake up and drag me out, but do you remember? Do you? Are you there? Is what they say true about the soul? Are you sticky to the gurney still, to the metal that rolls you, waiting for elements ash to finally warm you? Can you feel my hand cradle your head, like how you felt mine on your thigh? The first and last times are things we never forget, used to say. I didn't know till now that maybe you meant life and death. Your strange kindness has kept at temperature with coroners, whilst you prepare your flowers and eulogy. A piece of writing that will always feel unfinished and unfair, because I don't really know if you loved me, yet my graduation photos show a face of pride, and the walls of your rooms are wallpapered with growing faces. Tell me how you loved us. I never knew how much I needed you till you smiled. I never wanted your attention, but would it have mattered if intentions were spoken like spilled guts on best shoes? Intestinal constricting contradictions have taken my best side. Alliances, tactical sciences, bloodbath feuds that just go on for miles. I'm scared, and now I'm lost with questions of whys, points that will never be concluded. Riddle me this. And I tell you I spoke to a dead man walking, and I ask you why his advice is inked into my skin. Stories of chainsaws meeting flesh and empty bellies. Haunt me and tell me why. You blessed my faults with so many broken hearts. Christen this history. Baptize it and tell me. Get Ouija and knock once for yes and twice for no, because I've got that breaking smile because you changed the locks. Nostalgia has me scavenging for comfort against your will and testament. Feeling snake-eyed and winged like a vulture, I'm heavy and I'm weighed down with death, this weird creature, and I've succumbed to its pensive nature. A magpie to memories. Curse my kleptomania for your smell, your hair, I'm trying to find you. I'm home again. Thank you. Now, I would like to introduce to the stage our special guest for the evening, Rob. Please, everybody, give a massive round of applause. I hope you're all settled now after hearing some words and you're ready for some music. Are you ready for some music? Yeah, I thought so. Oh, God. Oh, dear. What coloured condom would you like? I've got one. Oh, you do? Sun-kissed grey. Like it. Awesome. Please, everybody, give a massive round of applause.
Hey. Right, so I was born in the north, so it's Rab, not Rab. It's fine. I play by the name Rab because my full name's too long to put on a CD. It's just my initials. It's nothing fancy. But yeah, I'm going to play some original songs. And I got asked earlier on, what sort of music do I play? I don't really know. So if you can let me know afterwards, that'd be great. But this is a song that's the title track of an album I put out about a month ago that just basically introduces me and why I do what I do. It's called Therapy. I'm a failed guitar player, so I play the ukulele. I try to live out my rockstar dream. I'm an imposter, I'm a fraud. Songs will leave you bored, but it's the only way I get therapy. I get therapy. Well, I spent my childhood as an immigrant, but it doesn't seem significant, 'cause my parents had money and I didn't speak funny. Well, I like to say I'm bi, but I've never been with a guy. Does that still make me queer? Need a little help here, I'm a failed guitar player, so I play the ukulele and I try to live out my rockstar dream. I'm an imposter, I'm a fraud. My songs will leave you bored, but it's the only way I get therapy. Get therapy. Oh, people say I'm smart, but I don't take it too hard, 'cause I never opened a book. Didn't have the effort it took. Well, I try my best for my kids, wish I knew what the weight on my shoulder is. Hope I can work it out. I don't wanna be a dad to write songs about, 'cause I'm a failed guitar player, so I play the ukulele and I try to live out my rockstar dream. I'm an imposter, I'm a fraud. My songs will leave you bored, but it's the only way that I get therapy. Get therapy. Try to tell my story in 240 seconds, but like everything before, mediocrity beckons. It's the only way I know how to be. It's been good, it's been bad, it's been hard, it could have been harder, but I struggle with this privilege I've been given. I ain't no martyr, my woes only matter to me. To me, to me, to me. guitar players or play ukulele and try to live out my rockstar dream. I'm an imposter, I'm a fraud. My songs will leave you bored, and it's the only way that I get therapy. Get therapy. Get therapy. It's the only way that I get therapy. Thank you. So yeah, that was called Therapy. It's the title track of a CD that I put out about a month ago, hint, hint. Got plenty of copies, because, you know. That's my second album. I'll put another one out, but I'll play some songs off that later. The next song that I'm going to play, because this is obviously a poetry night rather than a music night, this song actually was inspired by some spoken word artists from another open mic night that I go to regularly in Portsmouth. And originally it was going to be a poem. I just thought I'd try my hand at it, because I've never really written poetry before. And then I realised I wasn't really cool enough to do spoken word, so I turned it into a song. But in honour of this night, I'm going to try and do the first verse of spoken word, and we'll see how it goes. It's called Happiness. Happiness is a fine art. Years of blood, sweat and tears are poured into its craft. And happiness makes you work hard. It's tough to keep it going unless you start. But it doesn't have to be that way. Well, happiness is a formula, you see. I take my love for you, your love for me. Warm house, a healthy family. Happiness is a harmony. It don't take much to send it out, key out. But it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be that way. It don't have to be that way. Happiness is walking a tightrope all the way up a very steep slope. And every now and then, the wind is gonna blow. I tell you now, so that you know. It doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be that way. Yeah, it don't have to be that way. Thank you. So that's called Happiness, and those two songs are the first two songs off my album. This is off my first album, and it's a song basically, the story behind it was a few years ago, I came to a very sudden and stark realisation that I was bisexual, which is, it's great, except I'd been with my wife for 5 years by that point. So obviously awkward conversations were had. Still with her, still very happy, but awkward conversations were had with her and with myself. And this song is a light-hearted poke at that, because not long after I came to that realisation, Philip Schofield came out in similar circumstances. This is called Half In, Half Out. Thank you, Phil, for testing the waters for me. Reminding me of what my life could have been. I went through all this last year. For me, it wasn't a question of fear. Thank you, Phil. I turned down the opportunity. Thank you, Phil, for showing me what not to do. Though our stories aren't exactly the same, that's true. You were worried you would lose your fame, and I just wondered what I had to gain. Thank you, Phil, confirm what I already knew. You were tying up loose ends, stand to lose a few shed friends. I'm half in, half out, don't wanna know what I'm thinking about. Thank you, Phil, for testing the waters for me. But I think it's best that I just leave things be. I guess I'm happy with how good my life is. Well, I'm not sure, but I think my wife is. I don't want to look behind that door, but we'll see. You were tying up loose ends, stand to lose a few shit friends. I'm having half out, nobody knows what I'm thinking about. Thank you. Got time for one more? Yeah? Lots more? Okay. Right, fine. This is also off my first album, and it's sort of a follow-up to those awkward conversations. It's a song about sex or lack thereof. It's called Bounty. You got an itch, it's scratching a pinch, a brief respite, momentary delight, then comes the aftertaste. Where once was joy and excitement as you open up, now comes dread and disgust. Well, I'm not good enough, and I feel like a bounty at the bottom of your celebrations tin. Try to talk about it, I don't know where to begin. You're juggling plates and I know I'm the bottom of your pile. All I ever wanted was to make you smile. You get distant, I feel insignificant, until you throw me a pretty bone. Well, I can find one of them on my own. That's not the point, these things were made to share. We both wish something else was there, something to make you care. And I feel like a bounty at the bottom of your celebrations tin. Lately things don't feel the same way that they've always been. You're juggling plates and I know I'm the bottom of your pile. All I ever wanted was to make you smile. empty at the bottom of your celebrations tin. Well, are we gonna power through it or just throw it in the bin? You're juggling plates and it's right that I'm the bottom of your pile. All I ever wanted was to make you smile. All I want is to see you smile. Thank you. Do one more then? Or two? I'll keep going. Right, do you guys want a sappy one next or an angry one next? Both? At once. All right, we'll do the angry one, and then if I've got time, I'll finish with a sappy one. Cool. This one is about arguing with angry old white men on Facebook. It's called The Comment Section. Fully aware that in not too long I'll be an angry old white man myself. We turn a mockery and apathy, be for empathy. We're belittling instead of listening, it's a tragedy. Kids with English degrees get paid for baiting, fake debates and sit there waiting. And so I'm waiting, because I fall on the left to think I'm right, and with my sword side there on my desk, unleash my mind, and the toxicity sticks with me like tar. And I can't climb out because I've gone too far, and it brings me down, and I cannot get out. Well, oh, it brings me down, and I cannot get out of the comment section. Every day I invade my friends' news feeds with the latest essay I know no one's gonna read. 'Cause I somehow think people care what I'm feeling, and emojis give my life meaning, and I'm left reeling, because I fall on the left to think I'm right, and with my sword side there on my desk, unleash my mind, and the toxicity sticks with me like tar. Can't climb out because I've gone too far, and it brings me down. I cannot get out. Well, oh, it brings me down, and I cannot get out of the comment section, of the comment section. Because I fall on the left to think I'm right, and with my sword side there on my desk, unleash my mind. Toxicity sticks to me like tar. Can't climb out because I've gone too far, and it brings me down, and I cannot get out. Well, oh, it brings me down, and I cannot get out of the comment section, of the comment section, of the comment section. Thank you. Buy the CD, you can listen to it. Right, so I'll end with the sappy one then. This is one of the very few happy songs that I've written. Yeah. It's a love song. It's the only half-decent love song I've ever written. It's called Constellations. Lying in the haze in the morning, you quietly still a gaze over you, reminiscing over how the hell we got here. Well, in the blink of an eye, we travel like years. You're the sun in my sky, stars racing around my mind, and as I trace the constellations down your spine, I wonder why the fates decided on you and I. Well, I've had my share of time with my head in the clouds, and it's always you who brings me back down. But I'm always sky high when I'm with you. Your skin touches skin, there's nothing I can do. Well, you're the sun in my sky, stars racing around my mind, and as I trace the constellations down your spine, I wonder why the fates decided on you and I. Well, you're the sun in my sky, stars racing around my mind, and as I trace the constellations down your spine, I wonder why the fates decided on you and I wonder why the fates decided on you and I. Thank you. Do you want me to keep going? Yeah. I don't mind. Do you guys want another song? Yeah. Yeah? Cool. Right, I'm going to finish on an angry political note. This will become fairly self-evident who and what it's about. It's called Friends in High Places. Nationalism versus nationalization. Rushing headlong into damnation. Why help the people just of your friends? You'll cling on until the bitter end. You're doing the best you can, doing it for ourselves. Turn away our neighbors so we could do it for ourselves. You got friends in our places, they won't go. Friends in our places, they won't go. Friends in our places, but we know what it takes to get there. Oh, it's much more efficient this way. They don't tender, we just pay. Thinking things have just been left to bleed dry. You may so sin when it dies. Doing the best you can, doing it for ourselves. Turn away our neighbors so we could do it for ourselves. Yeah, friends in our places, they won't go. Friends in our places, they won't go. Friends in our places, but we know what it takes to get there. Oh, you're doing the best you can, doing it for ourselves. Turn away our neighbors so we could do it for ourselves. You got friends in high places, they won't go. Friends in high places, they won't go. Friends in high places, oh, but we know what it takes to get there. Oh, we know what it takes to get there. I was trying to work out if that was my echo or not. Thanks a lot for having me. This is the first time I've actually been asked to play somewhere instead of me asking to, so I really appreciate it.
Wow. Please, everybody, give another massive round of applause. Incredible. Please come back. Oh, God. I dropped my pen. Please come back. Your music's awesome. Where can we find your music?
Spotify and Bandcamp, and I've just had an email saying it's Bandcamp Friday next week.
There you go.
So buy my music and I get all the money, or I've got a shitload of CDs.
There you go. Shameless promo.
Holly said to bring them, so if you don't, I'm going to blame Holly.
No. There you go. A £5 for a CD. Get him. He's just here. He's just here. Amazing. Cool. So we have a quick round 2. Is everybody okay with that? Yes? Because we have overrun a little bit. But we have many, many faces and we want to sorry? Oh yeah, don't be afraid to come to the bar. Get drinks, dump old drinks, get more food, but make sure you thank V on the way. So yes, quick fire round. Is that all right with everyone? So rules of this quick fire will be, because we are, what's the time gremlins? 10:05. That means we have 25 minutes. Speed run. And the time has been okayed by V. So if we overrun, you have to face V's wrath. Okay, so I'm going to call to the stage Holly. Yeah? Are you right? Cool. Everybody give a massive round of applause for Holly. Have you got a condom? Cool. Okay. Go for it.
Quick fire, quick fire, quick fire. Be fast, be fast. Speed run strats. Alrighty. Yeah. Just to prove that I actually can get it on quick. Ooh, bit of a compliment. It's gonna be a bit of a whiplash. No, it's big. Okay, great. So, just a quick little one. A little bit more about me, a little bit meta. So, as I mentioned before, I got a newsletter, Winter Poetry, with plenty of value, you'll see. Talking about why poetry rocks several times straight to a month to your inbox. This is critical if you want to drop bars, because in the words of MC Lars, the mechanics of rhyme are the mechanics of rap. Master 'em faster and hands will clap. From simile to sonnet, like white on rice, I'm on it. Esoteric dactylics, golden shovels, I dig it. I take a look at historical readings, like who was first to write about bottom feeding. If this appeals, subscribe, IV implore, and if it does not, just you wait, there's more. But it's not just the dead and anonymous, there's current names which should be famous. We chit, we chat, spill the tea, all about their poetry. And should you prefer your spoken word, like your Tories, seen, not heard, I do reviews, pamphlets, bar by bar, in a book taking a look like my name's LeVar. Beyond that, miscellaneous tat, prompts for you, projects I begat, publishing news and interesting views. Taste of what you'll get if you pay me dues. So that's Winter with a Y, and you can find me online on a little site called Substack. I hope this will prove an efficient tag. Thank you, lords, ladies, and gentlethems. All right, that wasn't just a poem. I do have a Substack newsletter, which it would be really cool if you subscribe to. Thank you.
Please, everyone, another massive round of applause to Holly. You'll have to forgive my stammer. I sometimes get words mixed up. Okay. Bye, Roger. Say everybody say bye, Roger. Hey. Cool.
Oh, I'm being looked at.
Yeah? Yeah. Condom. Cool. Just to remind everybody, when everybody's doing their thing, even though it's a quick fire round, just to make sure, be quiet so everybody can hear. Give everybody the platform so they could speak.
Are you saying, oh, Carrie's short? Oh, no, you're waiting for condom ignition. Oh, was it expulsion? Anyway, hi. Oh, no. Right, I'm going to sing you a silly little song now. It's not as good as my last silly little... Well, it is. Okay, I've got a backing track. Go on then, Mr. Bick.
Okay. Nobody wants to work anymore. Okay, I gotta sing a song. What's going on? I feel like I'm in space. Can we go back to the beginning, please, where it's a bit normal? Thank you. Thank you. That went a bit funny. Sorry, we're going to have to start again. I'm just going to use up my entire time on just this introduction. Okay, I'm ready. Do you like my party dress? This morning I was feeling dressy. Mother thinks I'll get it messy, but you cannot see where I have spilled. I spilled here and here and here and here. Oh, wait, that was on my other dress. John Michael stole my birthday cake and Jenna Walker tried to take my crunch and munch. It wasn't fair. I grabbed the punch, I climbed the chair, and then I fell and punch went everywhere. On the floor, on the chair, on his shoes, in her hair. But it wasn't on my party dress. John Michael once made fun of soccer, so I shoved him in a locker. I play soccer and I play the flute. I do art and discovery camp and tumbling and T-ball, and I play piano every night. My dad says I'm a prodigy, but I think I would rather be the FBI or CIA, a secret spy to save the day. But when I finish saving it, I'll play Ode to Joy in Genjo, Vereshka, Allegro, the Paco Bell Cannon, and also this song I wrote. La 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 la. It has words. I'm a spy, and it's really fun. And I wear a cape. And do you like my party dress? When I do pirouettes at Russell's, I buy all my clothes in Brussels. Dad says that's where Brussels sprouts are from. I've toured Brussels and Paris and Vienna, and this one time we pretended to go to Rome, but we went to Iceland. And in Iceland, my dad presided over an international copper trade hearing. Whoops, that was a secret. And we saw the Reykjavik Ballet. My dance classes on Saturday, Miss Laura and Miss Lisa say I'm much more bright than I appear. I chassis right, it's very clear that I'll be in the Nutcracker next year. As a mouse or a soldier or a candy cane, then a marzipan or a Russian or an angel, then a Polish. Now let me dance to this song 'cause I wrote it so well. It goes I will dance until I play all the parts in the great ballet. Sing with me, I will do a turn and another turn. Mother says I'll quit. I will never quit. I will do a split. And I guess that's it. But one day when I'm president, my bedtime will be very late, so I'll have time to legislate the kind of laws I think are cool. I'll pass a clause to banish school, and then all of the countries that I rule will be peaceful and happy and comfortable and satin and frilly and pretty and lacy and silky and perfect and pink like my ha 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 my I thank you. Condom in the world, Carrie. Condom. Gosh, you sound like my mother. Caroline, you haven't taken your condom off.
I'm worried if your mother has to tell you to take the condom off. I'm worried, Carrie. I'm worried. Thank you so much. Everybody give another massive round of applause to Carrie. So, next person I'd like to invite to the stage. Would Casey like to come back? Yeah. Do you need a fresh condom? Okay.
Who doesn't, darling? Oh, don't use the red one, that's not fresh. Unless you want to share with me, that's fine.
Do we use a spritz?
So is it just one? Yeah. One? Yeah.
Please, everybody, give a massive round of applause to Casey.
Thank you. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. This one is called Hallowed. In this muted kernel of morning, I am a being free from body. My roots tunnel into ground, drilling a dugout reaching further, further down, tenderized by shadow. It's almost like a dream. A rook opens up like a leather-bound book. The sky shakes its rattle, seething clouds that drop off horizon's edge, foaming, spraying, white as sea. My knees are pink from praying, blushing as two queen conches coughed onto shore, pores clogged with dirt and multitudes of want, permanence gnashed to shreds. When did heaven taste like gnawed nails or broken boughs of self, netting everything in a stone's blink, luring in these cold barbed stars and their dead-eyed yoke? Far off, life's bullet ricochets past, day's husk fractures, frays to dust. Winter's dog says nothing can last. I'm staying in the wind's numb bark. Please leave me where I'm found. Thank you.
Safe microphoning here. Amazing. Please, everybody, give another massive round of applause to Casey. Please come again. I absolutely love your words. Please come again. And the person who told me you were coming, I'm going to invite to the stage next. Callum. What coloured condom would you like, sir?
One that hasn't already been pre-loved.
Pre-loved. Pre-slathered.
What do we call this? Sunset grey or something?
Sunset kissed grey. Yeah.
One.
It's been left out in the sun too long.
Oh, fuck. I didn't think this one through, did I? Oh, Jesus. Oh, I'm going to take it out. Fuck it. Yeah, go on. There we go.
Everybody, massive round of applause for Callum.
Right, not only are we limited by time, but also I need a piss. So, toilet-themed poem. This one is called The Ballad of the Man Who Dropped His Phone in the Shitter. Ah. Shit! That was The Ballad of the Man Who Dropped His Phone in the Shitter and on the Stage. This next one, everyone was talking about how they're a little bit gay. This one is when I realised I was also a little bit gay. This is Alien brackets 1979. One time, when I watched Alien 1979, the part where the alien, 1979, put its tendril in the man's mouth made me feel a little bit funny, like there was something inside of me, but it was no xenomorph. No Alien 1979 was in me that day, but I definitely felt a little something in an Alien 1979 way. And two more very quickly. You ever look for happiness, guys? It's an unbuilt Lego set. Happiness is an unbuilt Lego set, reclining in the shadows of the wardrobe behind the board games that haven't been played for years. Oh, plastic paradise, ye unsullied maiden, like the fresh and supple summer blueberry, thou art a choking hazard if under the age of 3. And finally, oats. I can't feed the ducks without a 20-minute buffer to furiously Google bread safe for ducks. Feed ducks legal UK. Bread make ducks sick? Usually I miss my chance to feed the ducks before I have to go home with a loaf of stale bread and a tub full of oats. I just want to feed the fucking ducks. I'm going to go piss now. Thank you, everyone. Oh.
Please remove your condom.
Did you do the thing?
I did do the thing, yes.
I love
That's cool. I like that. I like that. I like that.
I could do the condom announcement from my little booth.
The condom warner. Funny story about a toilet, a phone being dropped in a toilet. That happened to my ex-girlfriend at a festival in one of those toilets. Yeah. Yeah. She did. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. You don't want to know. No, she did. Thankfully, it wasn't too overly used. But I'll leave the rest to your imagination. Okay. Next, I would like to invite to the stage, if you would like to do a round 2, is Jay. Yeah? Brilliant. Awesome. Massive round of applause for Jay. They're going to share some more words with us. Yeah? What colour would you like? Green. I need a spritz. Spritz me! Spritz me!
Remove it from the microphone lest we ruin the electronics. Don't. I've been rewatching that season. I didn't realise how horny it was. Rewatched it as an adult.
Oh, I'm a bit moist.
Completely ruined the brain chemistry of my developing mind. Massive round of applause, please, for Jay.
While you were doing round 2, we have been like, hey, Theory, get over here. Get over here. You can read a poem, too. You can read a poem. And she's like, I guess I can read a poem. Well, yeah, I can read a poem. Hi, my name's Theory. And I do talk like this. It's just how it comes out. I'm sorry. But, yeah, I'm going to read a poem I wrote. It's about my experiences. Once upon a time, there was a little girl. Her parents loved her very much and didn't love her at all, so she changed many different times, jumping through every open door like a prize show dog. Kind words rewarded her efforts, and she picked their letters apart, pretending they were grains of magic rice. She ate and grew older and wore a crown of little stars she picked up somewhere like a bad habit that stuck anyway. It gave her hope that she was special, and that her parents loved her more than they didn't. With daisy chain constellations lighting her way, she got so good at slipping through the keyholes that she didn't have to change anymore, and thus she was complete, exactly as she was raised to be. She was kind and polite and obedient and sensitive and cheerful through anything. The river queen, the moon goddess, the girl of many lives. She was immaculate in her execution. She carried a shield and wore a plague mask to fend off the disease that tried so hard to ensnare her but never could. She thought she would never grow up. Imagine that. She thought she would never grow up. As long as she could still trick magic rice and moonbeams from the mouths of her parents, she knew she could keep on living. Always too young for tragedy, her optimism turned even cruelty to sugar. And life was sweet, and it was rigid. Her limbs began to calcify into those of a porcelain doll's, until she barely could move through things that weren't hoops. Her smile solidified, welding her face to the mask she wore. She was happy, of course, exactly as she was raised to be. When her older brother, that's Jay, took her away from her mother and father and their abuse, she no longer knew who she was or why she was alive. Staring at the series of doors she once slept through, now closed forever, she cried off her mask and pried off her crown and let him brush out her hair. It was the color of ink and cornflowers. Thanks. Thank you so much for having us. Thank you so much.
Once again, the electronics.
Spritz, please.
I'm so moist. I know. I said it just for you, Carrie.
Oh, I love it. Good. Who's not feeling moist right now?
So, our last performer of the evening, if they would like to. V? Yeah? Would you like to? Yeah. Massive round of applause, please. Very glamorous here. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Since the previous round, I have lost a nail, but I'm being really brave about it. Thank you. I need this support. This one's quite delightfully
put it in the
angry.
accident book.
What do you put it in the accident book?
Yeah.
The time I fell off the back of the sofa, I didn't put in the accident book. But I think that's just because Yanni caught my cider as I fell, so nothing was really hurt. Yeah, this one's quite angry, and it is about escaping a really terrible relationship. Who else started dating someone at 14 and didn't realise until 18 that they were bad? It's fine, I've grown now. Okay, it's called Revolt. I kept you in my heart and in my thighs and in the bones I store in my stomach for safekeeping. Treasured like all small, shiny things, except I suppose you weren't so small in the end. Soft, sea-slick pebbles with smooth edges, piled high as my shoulder blade, a shell from every beach I've laid on. Tucked behind my ears, I am a masterpiece. A cacophony of memories forever crystallized within me, a collage of every hour of every day of every week, every scar and every smile, every time I yelled or wept. And I placed your glittering stone within me, and I kept it safe for 3 fucking years. And in return, you hatched from it and mined me till I forgot who I could have been, squeezed me dry, wiped me clean of everything I collected to make me me. And so I revolt. To your random messages at odd hours on accounts I didn't realize existed till I blocked all the others. Where did all those names come from? Why must you hide in my shadows? I revolt. To the down-nose sneering at my new hair and my new stomach and my new lover. They're mine, not that you'd recognize what I became when I learned to reverse the way you made me cower. I revolt. I'm sure you'd call me revolting if you could catch me alone, catch me by my wrists again, catch me 16 again, and under every spell you could think of without ever having to ask me about witchcraft. You hated asking me about witchcraft, so I revolt. To the screwdriver you put through the palm of my hand and the thunderstorms you taught me to fear, I will dance in the rain and rebuild myself again, and I'll keep you nowhere when I'm done. I revolt. I don't wish to keep you anymore. I revolt. You're a dress that doesn't fit, and I don't change myself for numbers anymore. I revolt. I tried to unpick your stitches, but the fabric just won't tear, and now I'm bruised and bloody and crying all over again. I revolt. But I walked beneath the moon last Christmas, and I felt you fall from me. As I looked up, the dripping blue lamplight washed me clean, and yet you still call my sister, and you raise glasses with my friends, and no matter how politely I back away, I'm still trapped in your dead ends. I beg you, but I know that's how you prefer me. Because having someone on their knees is more fun when they're weeping, and I've given you every tear I have and every broken capillary too, and I gave you all the guts I had in exchange for freedom from you. But here I am, 1 year, now 4 years, now 6. Beyond, and your name is still on my phone, but I revolt. I revolt. And one day I hope I'll finally be alone. Thank you, and fuck them. Another massive round of applause for V, please. Right. We've almost come to the end of the evening. And sometimes I do a happy poem. The only happy poem I have. And it's called Challenge Everything. And it's something I like to end with because I think I like to hope that there's something in there that you can sort of take away from it. Basically, I wrote this on a train from Southampton, actually, on the way back to Winchester, which is where I live. And I came across a guy who turned around and said that I couldn't be non-binary and you can't exist, this, that, and the other, and basically told me how I should and shouldn't be. And I wrote this on the way home. And it's called Challenge Everything. Because they don't understand it doesn't mean you can't be it. Life is a turn and a twist of things unfathomable, of things so beautiful they are unquantifiable. But they are real. Shaped by experience, congealment, your identity is not up for argument. Life is not just black and white. We are different shades, and who you are is not a debate. Debate the opening statement. This has to be this has to be that. You can't be this, you can't be that. Challenge society's cement. Question the rules that are hell-bent on making you bow and bend to my lovers, weirdos, and friends. To those I'll never meet again. You define your lines, growing on delicate spines. Your faults, whinges, and whines, they result in your shine. Be original, make this mine. But be kind, be loving, be respectful. Show them your soul. The only person you are is you. Remember, unique is spelt with a U. Thank you so much for coming. Keep that applause up. Today you have listened to Carrie Laythorpe, you've listened to Callum, Casey, V, Jay, Andrew, Roger, Paul. It's been an awesome night, and you've also had Rob. And now you can all fuck off. Bye. Oh shit, yeah, fuck. So, yeah, don't forget to give me your condoms, but also I'm not very good at my own shameless plugins. So basically, I got two. I've been poeting now for like 4, 5, God knows how many years now. Too many, and I haven't self-published, but I'm going to be. So all my poems, well, not all of them, but in a fairly decent order, will be published very, very soon before the fact that I have, before that date, which is the 10th of September, which is what V is, yeah. So if you want to hear more of my work, but you want to hear all my poetry in chronological order from, well, everything. You've heard little snippets, but if you want to hear everything in between, come on the 10th of September, come here. There are tickets all online. There are concessionary tickets. But yeah, that's me. But also, another applause needs to be made for Eden, who edited the book that's being published. So, but yes, that's my shameless plug-in. If you like my poetry, I'm also on Facebook. But yeah, Moving Voices is the last Friday of every month. I hope to see you again. I hope you get home. Take care. Bye. Condoms.